Okay, hello, 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 hello. I think this is episode 10.
10? We're double digits?
We're in double digits.
Sweet.
And when this comes out, it'll have been 6 months. We will have done 10 episodes in 6 months. I think that's very good.
That's past our introductory period, so we're legit now.
That's true. So, hi, I'm Lisa.
I'm Keith.
And today we have no guest because our guest was our IPA expert, Karen, who's been on the show before. Not really an IPA expert, but we just kind of made her our expert.
She likes IPAs and sometimes only IPAs. So when she branches out, we get excited.
But she had other obligations today, so...
Just like a Karen. No, that's not. She spells her name differently, so...
And she's so not.
Right, she's not a Karen.
So anyway, we have fresh blueberries.
It's blueberry season here.
Season has started.
This is the place.
So we're going to be eating them. And we chose at least one beer that is fruity, so that'll be fun. All right, so tell me about your life while I open this beer. How are things going?
Well, we've reached my favorite season, which is summer. So,
I know, solstice.
Right.
Officially yesterday, but also
longest
today.
day, so all the days are going to get shorter. People look at it like that. I'm like, that's like a glass is half empty. It's the summer. I'm excited. I got all the things. My calendar is full, people. If you didn't book it, you're too late.
Yep.
You're lucky to come along.
So, yeah, Keith's got golf to play, barbecue to eat, cigars to smoke.
That's right.
Beer to drink.
Got a salsa festival in Seattle, Cuban salsa.
Oh, nice.
And then, just so you don't think I'm eating things with tomatoes. And then getting on the water, so a little kayaking. I've already been kayaking once.
Nice.
That was a small kayak. I haven't got up the champion yet. And,
we have kayaks, and we go kayak up here in the lake. We go all the way to the covered bridge.
We need to go kayaking.
Anytime.
Okay.
I'm down. Francine, my cousin, lovely Francine, who you have yet to meet, but probably will at some point. She was a big kayaker. Okay. Here's the beer, Alesong. We've talked about Alesong every time. This is the Willambic. It's their blend of 1, 2, and 3 year aged farmhouse ales, 7.8%. And this is 2024. Cases produced 150, so it is available.
It's pretty recent.
It's pretty recent. It's a lovely, lovely beer. I'm going to put it on here, but see, it's not high enough. I can't.
Sorry. Do we need a bigger box?
Well, I don't know how we got it, and we get it in the box sometimes and we don't. So anyway, sorry, you're not going to see the beer the whole time this time around, because I guess we could lower the camera a little bit.
You're going to need a bigger box.
But then you won't see the lovely bar in the background. Nope,
not even that. We actually need a bigger box.
I know. It works sometimes. It doesn't work others.
Right.
Anyway,
so you can't see the blueberry, so enjoy your shot.
Yeah, cheers. So once again, farmhouse ale. Beautiful, beautiful color. Very complex because of all the different ales that they blended. It smells really nice, and it goes really well with the blueberry. Yay!
And if you're worried that, like, if you know, like the lambic series, like overly sweet, which is like some people will do like a black and tan with a lambic and something else, typically a stout. This is just the Willambic style, so it's more farmhouse style, a little bit. I don't want to say sour. I want to say it's
slightly sour. It does have a sour characteristic, but not. It's not going to
not overly pucker you up like.
Yeah, no lemons, but it's really bold in term because they were able to blend so many different varieties together. It's really, really smooth, but.
Did you read to them?
Flavorful. I did not.
Oh, okay. So it's no secret that we have a great admiration for Belgian lambic brewers and blenders, and we're thrilled to release our first Gueze. It's not Goza. It's Gueuze. Gueze. I'm just going to pretend that's how you say that.
Yeah.
Gueze. Inspired blend of beers from 3 different vintages. So partially inoculated in the blossoming orchard next door. This snapshot of our valley's terroir is tart. Tart. That's the word I was looking for.
Sour.
It's not sour. It's tart. and complex, with layers of flavor and nuance that develop with each successive sip. Do you feel like with your successive sips, the nuance is developing?
Yeah, it gets better and better.
Okay.
It really is a beer that it's after the first sip, you're like, okay, I got it. No, this one, it keeps going.
7.8%. So I've drank it, I've smelled it. I'm going to see how it pairs with blueberries. Not enough.
That's some more blueberries.
I got to get the nuances.
So we pretty much started a habit now of filming on a Friday night and then going out and roasting marshmallows afterwards.
Oh, yeah, well, there's going to be s'mores.
So, yeah.
Do you know that does make a difference? Have you eaten a couple of blueberries and tasted?
Yeah.
I'm not making it up. It's a difference. It takes some of the tartness away.
Yeah, these blueberries they get sweeter every day. So, what we probably should do is film a little short of a s'more and put that up on the YouTube channel so people can see our little marshmallow setup.
Yeah.
See what,
And we got the setup.
If we don't finish any of these beers in this hour, we'll be drinking them out there like we did last time. So, but it is 6:11 p.m. Look how bright that is, the sun behind us in the window. So
I usually take a picture of my list to make sure I don't forget anything during the day, but I didn't take a picture today because half the list was before I even left for work. And one of them was bring this beer, of course, the most important thing.
Yes.
But then also bring a s'more beer.
Oh.
Right, because we finish. We're not quitters, so we're usually done with the beer and then done with filming, and then we're gonna have s'mores. And not everybody drinks beers with s'mores, but we do.
Yeah, you're right. It does. It doesn't dull the tartness, but it kind of backs it off.
Yeah.
Makes it a little sweeter.
Takes off some tartness.
So,
so I brought a s'more beer that I think pairs with s'mores, and then I also brought a cigar. So,
well, then it should be a super chocolatey stout.
How did you guess?
Because that's the only beer you drink with a s'more. In my world.
No, it is, and I also thought that, like, I don't know, and share the opinions of the cigar smokers. I love beer, and I love cigars, but I never really encountered a beer that goes with the cigar other than like bourbon barrel aged stouts.
No,
like it's something
so
like it's strong, it's rich, and you're sipping it slowly. You're not just like downing it.
Yeah, no, a lager would never hold up to any cigar. Now, did you meet my dad? You never met my dad.
I don't think I ever met your dad.
Okay, my dad was a cigar smoker, but my dad never liked cigars that were rated above a 75. So I guess they rate cigars based on something. There's some numbering, some system. Kind of like wine. They rate wines. Some people rate them. Dad never liked the ones. He liked this one that was, he called it rough. It was a little harsh, a little rough.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't know what they were. We oh my God, that man smoked hundreds of cigars.
Well, now I got to look.
We had to limit him to 3 a day.
Even that's a lot for me.
3 a day.
Wow.
And yeah. So that was, he had to ration them out for himself because otherwise he would just smoke all day long and it got a little expensive.
That's really expensive.
Even with
expensive.
The cheaper cigars and the lower rating. So
now I'm gonna have to look up the rating for cigars.
Yeah.
I just know this is a good cigar. This is a cigar for beginners. That's I mean, everybody, you should have your best. Like, this is my top, the best cigar I ever smoked. But rating, now I gotta look at that.
Yeah, it was something, because isn't there cigar aficionado or something?
Mm-hmm.
And they rate them. So anyway, he never, because my cousins and some of his friends, they would bring him these very, I don't know what an expensive cigar is per cigar, but these are very highly rated, and Dad just no,
he didn't like them.
They weren't his.
You don't have to be bougie about cigars. It's whatever you like.
So,
but when you say that, that how harsh it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like the term I use is spicy. And people are like, oh, I don't want one that's like too spicy, meaning it is too harsh. And like a lot of it has to do with like the wrapper. Like when you see the light brown wrapper, that's called like the natural.
He's burping.
So
I know you're trying to pass.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, excuse me, for my bellicosity. Cough blood, spitting up blood, bleeding. But no, the lighter wrapper is the natural, and then the darker is the Maduro. Which I mean, it has more to do with the leaf. I know,
right over my head.
But also like the stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because there's somebody like, ooh, like get home in space. It's like, I'm starting to smoke cigars. Give me something nice and easy, like Swisher Sweet, like Black and Milds, like that. No, and like I'll steer them towards like Macanudo, like a lighter natural wrapper, Romeo Julieta. And if they're like, oh,
I think I might still have my dad's humidor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you need a humidor? Do you know anybody? It's beautiful. We bought it. It's a gorgeous. It's really pretty. I don't know where it is, but if we have it, I'll find it.
Well, if you find it, I'll check it out.
Sure. Okay, because Kurt already has a humidor, so he didn't need dad's, and I think it's up in my closet.
And humidors don't last forever, so if you smoke cigars, have a good humidor, and make sure it's moist.
We bought him a nice one. Yeah, and it had we had the little regulator things in it and the whole bit.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, cigars. Oh, and because we were talking about cigars and beer, Dad wasn't much of a beer drinker.
What do you like to drink?
Diet
Bourbon?
root beer.
Diet root beer? Oh my God.
Oh, but so I don't have it. Oh, I do. Okay. Talk amongst yourselves for a second.
So now I'm supposed to talk to myself. My God. See, this is what happens when we don't have a guest. Oh, she's going to bring out I'm not even going to spoil it for you. I'm going to let her explain it.
Okay.
The kvass.
All right. So when my dad did drink, he liked Bombay Sapphire Gin.
He's a gin guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And basically we drink it straight up, and
that's how you know you like gin.
With a maybe an olive or a twist or something. Anyway, Dad left this earth a couple of years ago, and I've had his Bombay Sapphire sitting on this bar forever. And I think I talked about it last time that yes, I've kind of done a little exploring with gin because of my friend Donna, who's a big gin fan. So the blueberries are ripe. And the first thing I did was pick a whole bunch of them and made something called kvass. It's Kvass. It's a European drink. And it is very simple. Blueberries, water, and honey. And I found it in a book that my friend Holly gave me. And because we have so much fruit, I do a lot of canning. And she brought me a gift, and it was the Weck, W-E-C-K, which in Europe is pronounced Weck, canning book. And Weck is the European glass canners. Yeah. So, and they use a slightly different system for closing the jars. Anyway, I found this recipe for blueberry kvass in that cookbook. And I'll put a link in the notes if you guys would like to go look at the book. It's a beautiful canning book. Anyway, I have so many blueberries. I decided to start making it last summer, and we drank so much of this kvass. So the other day, I made our first batch, and I pulled out Dad's Bombay Sapphire Gin because I'm staring at it going, oh my gosh, this might be a really good drink. Because what...
So mixing the kvass with the gin?
Yeah.
Was it?
Oh, it's so good. You let the kvass sit for at least 4 days, up to 6 days, and it becomes lightly fermented. So it gets slightly fizzy. It turns a beautiful pink, raspberry-ish, blueberry-ish color. That's the honey at the bottom. This is on day 3, so we'll taste this tomorrow. You pour off the blueberries and you pour the liquid, and then
Do you stir up the honey? Or do you like strain everything?
You
so
strain
just
everything and you just keep the liquid. Yeah, so all the blueberry will go away, the honey stays. But it doesn't, once you stir it, the honey doesn't re-separate because it looks like it is, but there's so much water in it. It's doing
looks like
its
a tequila
fermentation
sunrise,
thing. Yeah, it's
but with blueberries.
Lovely. So
kvass with gin.
A shot of gin, a couple of ounces of kvass, and then I went once again into this bar and found my bitters, and my bitters were orange flavored. So a couple of
you just created a drink.
Orange bitters. I know.
Was it delicious?
I created the Allard, I guess is what we'll have to call it. Yes, it was very good. I want to increase the bitters to increase the orange flavor a bit.
That makes
but
it
was
dirty
Allard. A dirty Allard. But can you imagine?
I can't imagine. That's why I need to taste it.
On our next video, what we'll do is we'll be drinking 3 different kinds of kvass with gin. I want kvass.
What other kinds of ways do you make it?
So orange bitters.
Okay.
Second one, muddled basil.
Okay.
Basil in this kvass and gin. Oh my gosh, I think it's gonna be so good. And the third one, mint.
Oh, we got to taste.
I know. So we have to get some fresh basil, for some fresh mint, and then try all 3. But I think I have my summer drink is going to be. It's so pretty, and because it's a beautiful pink color, it doesn't lose its pink color. I think we would muddle the basil and the mint in the shaker because I shook it over ice and then pour it out, and then garnish with a cute little leaf. But
are you sure you wouldn't want to do it? What's the drink with the M?
Use your words. Drink
with rum.
Rum?
The rum drink. I taught today, so like my brain is out to lunch. I spent the last 5 hours talking straight on Zoom. But the rum drink made with an M, I'm really picky about them. Like I only like my brother's.
Mojito?
Mojito, thank you.
Okay.
Mojito. So mojito where they muddle
the mint.
The mint. And not everybody gets it right. But maybe with you muddling the basil though, you get more of the flavor.
Yeah, we can absolutely. Yeah,
you're the mad scientist.
We're going to be experimenting all summer, and I will once I perfect these.
I'm just a lab rat. I'll just taste it and give feedback.
Once I perfect the ingredients, we can absolutely post them, and then you guys can share along if you're a beer drinker that is willing to branch out into some spirits.
Because I like gin.
Mm-hmm. I know we get, and I need to go get some. I mean, we're going to drink Dad's Bombay Sapphire first, and then we'll go get some Thinking Tree gin because their gin's amazing. And I know you like the Botanist. Oh, that's the other thing we should do. We should taste Bombay, Botanist, and Thinking Tree straight and see which one we like best.
Because I've been to Thinking Tree, but I've never had their gin.
Oh,
they're good. They're a good distillery here. Mm-hmm. Actually, great. They're great. But I'm
going to pick my teeth.
I always think about doing, either vodka or whiskey or bourbon. So I've never had their gin, but their other stuff is good.
Mm-hmm. They do rum too, right? They do rum, vodka, gin.
If they do, because not all the distillers do rum.
I think.
Okay.
I don't know.
Because
I have no idea. I went there specifically, but I know they make 4 different spirits, mm-hmm. and of the 4, they do have 2 gins.
Okay.
But I don't know if the 2 gins count as 2 of the 4.
Yeah. Because Heritage, which is another popular distillery here, they took forever to do rum, and they finally did it. They've been around for a while, but
now Heritage and Thinking Tree are merged in some way.
Right?
So it'll be good. It will be good. Hey, Mouse. Hi, doggy. You want a blueberry? Yeah, you want some blueberries? Okay, and then tell your daddy that it's dinner time.
Blueberries are safe for dogs.
Yeah.
In case you're wondering.
Yeah, go tell your daddy that it's dinner time, please. Yeah, because you need to eat dinner. Okay, sorry. Domestic things. Yes, go tell daddy. That's the
Pork belly?
That's the only thing about changing the background is now you can't see Mouse anymore. So unless she jumps up on the bar, which would be really, really bad.
That would be a really bizarre episode.
All right, we're on to beer number 2, and please speak to.
She'll open. I will talk to you about this because this is a special occasion. Don't ask me which episode. It might be the Rick episode or some previous episode. I have mentioned that I generally do not like IPAs because most of them are like overly bitter, and people go like West Coast IPA. It's over the top. It doesn't even taste good. People are like, I love IPAs and all IPAs. That's the only thing I'm going to drink. I don't know. Small-minded people, not judging, but you should branch out. We're in the mecca of beer, but they're like, no, IPA or nothing.
Okay, get off your.
But
we've talked about this 1,000 times.
But the thing is like try something else. But I'm like, I need to have an open mind. So I'm like, I'm going to find an IPA that I like. This IPA I love, which is good. The bad news is like anything that's wonderful in life, it's limited and occasional, and you barely ever get it. So this is Dogfish Head 120-minute IPA. Now, some of you are saying, like, that's BS, Keith. I've seen Dogfish Head out before. Yes, you have. You've seen the 90-minute IPA and the 60-minute IPA. This is the 120-minute IPA.
Do they explain to us what the difference is between the minutes? I think you know.
I do. It was like one of those nerdy moments where somebody tapped me on the back of the shoulder of a Brewfest and said, like, oh, I bet you like the 120-minute IPA. I'm like, how did you know what I like? And in the burning off process of making sure something is so bitter, like more bitter or less bitter.
Wow, it smells less green than any IPA I've ever smelled.
When you stop cooking for 30 minutes, that's 30 minutes. So then you keep cooking at 6 minutes, 120 minutes, which most people don't do when they want beer that tastes bad. But 120-minute IPA. Send
all your hate mail to him.
Right. So this is good. So I love this IPA.
It smells, like I said, less green.
Right.
I've never had this beer before, so this is my first time.
Oh, and it's so delicious. So the term that you're looking for is balanced. So just like
it tastes like caramel. Oh my gosh. I've never tasted an IPA that tastes like caramel.
An authentic IPA. I don't want it then because it doesn't taste bad. I want all my IPAs that taste like a rat's bottom left out in the sun. But this is good. This tastes good, and it's an IPA.
Okay.
You can just play this for your friends like he did not say this. It's an IPA, and not that I like, that I love.
This is the cap, which is just cute as a little button. It's a shark chasing a ball like a dog. Okay, so let's see what it says.
The best IPA I've ever had.
What you have here is the holy grail for hop heads. This beer is continually hopped for over a 120-minute boil, and then it's dry hopped for over a month. Enjoy now or age for a decade or so.
So that's another special thing about this.
These?
You can age this one.
Holy fuck.
Right.
15.5%. Oh.
Ding, 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 ding. Yeah. So you can age it if you have the discipline. But it's a wonderful IPA. It's delicious. Yeah. And you could take that and age it.
You need to give me a couple of those and I'll age them for us.
Look, she's like, you need to break into the Fort Knox and just give me a couple of gold bars, and then we'll just go ahead and tuck that away. Yeah. It's hard to get.
But when you do, now we know what we're going to do with at least 2 of them. Cheers! This is amazing.
Yeah, isn't this delicious? So now I kind of feel bad that Karen couldn't make this because she is the quintessential. I love all IPAs, and you'll just have to report for Karen saying like, you should.
I think Karen's getting a little more picky about her IPAs.
You should have had it. It was delicious.
Oh my god! And this is I'm gonna fall flat on my ass. 15.5%.
Well, we're just splitting a beer.
Oh my gosh!
So it'll be half ass.
Tip over.
She didn't fall all the way over.
Just fell on one cheek. Wow.
It's just so tasty. It's just delicious.
Oh, and the other thing you have to remind me, I cannot get rid of these beer bottles. I post that little thumbnail with all the beer that we drank so that you know what each bottle looks like. Every single time I've taken that photo, I've had to pull the bottles and cans out of the recycling, put them back up on that shelf right back there, and take the photo. So this time, don't let me recycle the beer bottles without taking the photo first. Yeah.
Dogfish Head 120 minute IPA. If you can get it, get it. Don't be like, oh, it's always going to be there.
No, it's not always.
There are only 5 left. When Rick, you guys remember Rick in episode, what?
9, our last
9, our last episode?
Yeah, Rick.
Or if you've already forgotten Rick. But anyway, so he sent me a text. He was like, look what I got. You see this? Somebody like, isn't this awesome? Too bad you can't have any. Do other people send you pictures like that, texts like that? Anyway, so I'm just like, well, where'd you get it? And when he sent this to me, I'm camping. So I'm off the grid, out of town. He's like, oh, they only had they only had like 5 left, and I grabbed 2, which means they had 7. So after I grabbed 2, and I'm like, I'm not going to be there for another 36 hours. So I go, it'll be gone. I know it'll be gone. So I feel like you're teasing me. And he felt so bad because, like, you know me, I whine like a child because, like, you know, everything should be wonderful in life. And he goes, if you do that, after I came back in town, if you did that, and like I'm gonna have to unpack camping stuff, and you know, the next day after work, because if you do that, he goes, I got 2, I'll give you 1. But I went there, and I'm doing that little, where are you at? I know it's here because this is one of those markets of choice. It's the one down on Willamette, like 29, I think. Sure. But downtown, we're far away from me. I never go to that part of town, and I'm like, it's got to be here. And I look at the little, we call it the deli people with all the fancy cheese. Also got some Humboldt Fog. Oh, best cheese ever. Anyway, I digress. I go, do you have a beer person? And along comes this guy, and I'm like, please tell me you have some Dogfish Head left. Because I had lapped this thing like 4 times. I'm like, where's it at? Is it in the D's? Is it in this, like, the IPA section? Where's it at? And he's like, oh, you mean right here? I'm like, oh, I probably should have tried reading. So, and lo and behold, there's literally 5 left. So I never want to be that person. I do. And you know that people that says, screw everybody else, I got mine. And you know those people. If you don't know those people, you might be one of those people. But so I took 2. I took 2 because I'm like, one of these has to be featured on the podcast. And the other one, like the Holy Grail, you just kind of have to save. So somebody says, like, there's no such thing as 120-minute IPA. Well, I got one in the back of the beer fridge. So that one, I might have the discipline to, like, not drink because it's so rare. Oh my God. But, yeah. So if you find them, let everybody know. Well, actually, that's just the people. Buy them all and sell them to your friends. That's right. Yeah. And that's not, because it's such an occasional release, like, it's not cheap. This isn't like going like, oh, I'm just going to pick up a 6-pack. And you're like, holy shit balls! But it's the same. It's the same thing. Like, turns out this is the real Holy Grail. It's not going to be like, oh, well, it's really affordable. It's not. It's expensive, but you can't always get it. No, it's like the best things in life. 15.5%. My gosh. Speaking of which, I bought. Does it taste it like 2022 Rhino Suit? It's either 2022 or 2023 for $17 the other day. Where? Oh, it was the last one on the shelf at Safeway. Which Safeway? Oh, Albertsons. Which Albertsons? The one here in Springfield. So you have to know somebody. It just went into. It's in the closet. You just have to catch it. Yeah, it was. I was okay. I'll take it for $17. I called my brother about until they sell them out the Gueze, the 2022s. Nice. Did you see it on the email? Yes, but only one bottle. One bottle. One bottle. That's all you can get. One bottle that's precious. I'm almost willing to go out there just to get. I know. It's like we're out there. We're like, that's a good way to get people to drive all the way out there to get one bottle of beer. It is not close. It is not close to me at all. Just like the cradle of life, it takes a while to get there. But it's worth it. But this is really good beer. If you haven't had it, you need to have it. For those of you who go like, I don't like IPAs, you need to try this. Stunning. It is quite stunning. And for true IPA drinkers, don't talk to me until you drink this, and then talk. This is crazy. But if I had given this to you and said, like, all right, Well, I would have warned you that was IPA before you drink it. I said, like, what do you think the ABV is? What would you have guessed? What would you have guessed?
I would have guessed 8, 9.
8, right?
Yeah.
But that's how smooth.
And I also would not have thought it was an IPA. It has that hint of green that an IPA
it's more the
smell.
Yeah, like
but
you smell
normally
it.
They're really like, once again,
bitter unless it's a hazy, and that's the citrus that kind of takes it up. Right.
Way reduced. No, it's caramel. It's crazy.
So good.
And I would not, if you had handed me this beer and not told me anything about it, I never would have guessed it was an IPA.
Perfectly balanced.
I would have guessed that it was like a double.
Like a Belgian double?
Belgian double?
That's how well balanced with malts it is.
It's got that it's got that smooth caramelly flavor that I associate with doubles and triples.
Oh, it's so good.
It's crazy good.
And you could
might never drink another IPA again except for this one.
I know. Once you've had the best.
Because I keep trying.
All of the other IPAs like, it's trash.
Pish off.
Don't give me your trash.
Pish off. Oh my gosh, seriously. If you love IPAs, send all your hate mail to Keith. Everybody's allowed to drink whatever they want. They knew That's what we're here to do.
It should taste good, though.
Yeah, well, when you taste somebody, it tastes good.
You taste beer that tastes good, you'll do the face.
Okay, have you had blueberries in this?
Oh, I will try it. Blueberries.
Try it right now.
Compare it.
It's actually a unique.
Delicious blueberries. It's just enhanced.
Right? It just makes that caramel like pop out more.
Enhance.
I'm so sorry, people.
It's good. It's really good.
My husband and myself and a friend of ours and other friends who come and help us because we're basically a one family band operation here on this farm. We do a lot of work and we put a lot of hours, and those blueberries are our reward, and it is so worth the reward. Those blueberries are amazing, and they're fresh.
And they're ready. I expected they wouldn't be ready till July, but they're ready.
Well, we had the perfect spring this year, and the last 2 years we've had that big drought, and we didn't have as much rain. This year we had the perfect amount of rain. It didn't we didn't get 5 inches all at once and it flooded away. We had a lot of rain this year, but we had it sunk in. It's like the field is, if you dig down, that field is wet, which just is good. And then we had that last rain a couple weeks ago, so we just started watering.
It got wetter, if you can believe that.
Mm-hmm. I know that rain we had 10 days ago. It was great, and now I have had to start watering, but it's fine.
And now we got the sunshine, so it's like the perfect conditions
and it hasn't been too hot, because we did have every February we have that week, but that week wasn't 90 degrees. That week was 75, so it didn't kill everything. Yeah, we just had the perfect spring this year, and this is not even an eighth of the field is ripe.
So there's going to be more ripeness.
Oh my gosh. We still have berries down there that are totally green, which means they will not be ripe until August. So this year, the season's going to be very long.
It's going to be a long season.
Which is great. Just great. So, yay for that.
The kvass will be flowing in a bountiful fashion.
I tried freezing kvass. It just doesn't work. The fizz goes away. It gets too watery.
You're supposed to drink it.
So it's fresh. You can only... So, once again, I'll post the recipe for kvass. The other thing is there is a recipe in the Weck canning book for apple cinnamon kvass.
What?
Which we tried last year, but it calls for a cinnamon stick. You can't use powdered cinnamon, which I tried once, and that just didn't work. And then you have to buy good cinnamon, because the cinnamon sticks you buy in the grocery store aren't true cinnamon. I did all this research.
So you have to go to a natural grocer,
right? Or go on. So I went online and I did a bunch of research, and I spent a fair amount of money on a bulk pack of cinnamon sticks, which I now have. They're stored properly, so they'll because they're almost a year old now, but they should be fine. And then the other thing we've learned, see how the blueberries in here, the recipe tells you to muddle them a bit to break the skin of the blueberries because the blueberry skin is pretty thick. And that gets the fruit flavor into the water. The apple we cut up. I wanted to muddle the apple and kind of juice it a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think that will, because the problem was it was cinnamony, but it wasn't appley.
You need more juice.
You need more apple to, And
that's a solution.
And then the other thing I did, which there is no recipe, but it took me a couple of, once again, that scientist. Sadly, I have a shit ton of blackberry. And
it's a good problem to have.
Well, yes and no. It's the fruit I love to hate because it's invasive.
It's invasive, right?
It's a terrible invasive here. But that being said, we have plenty of blackberry. So I put the blackberry in and I muddled it. And that you can't, the blackberry skin is so thin, you don't need to muddle it.
Yeah, because it bursts.
You let it sit in there for 4 days, it'll do its own thing. If you muddle it, it gets too alcoholic too fast.
That sounds like a solution.
And I just burped. So blueberry kvass for the next 10 weeks, blackberry kvass for however many weeks, and then fall, we're going to do apple cinnamon kvass.
You bet your kvass.
Oh my gosh. And then, oh my gosh, wait until, because we can probably do blackberry with orange basil and mint as well for our gin drink.
You're out of control.
I know, but the apple cinnamon might go really well with rum.
I think it will. But tell me this: if you, because
that's gonna be so fun.
You did the homework and the searching for the right cinnamon sticks.
Mm-hmm.
There's got to be such a thing as Saigon cinnamon sticks, correct?
I did my research over a year ago, so I don't remember.
But they're probably stupid expensive.
There is, because of where it's grown, and cinnamon can only be grown in certain places, and bark and this and that. But it may be that there was some that was just like saffron.
Right.
You buy true saffron.
Because it's rare.
So expensive.
So if you never had tried Saigon cinnamon, you can find it in your grocery store. It's a little bit top shelf. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's worth it. It will change your cinnamon game no matter what you bake or cook with. But now I'm thinking the way she's talking, because I don't think I've ever, you can find Saigon cinnamon, but I've never seen a Saigon cinnamon stick. But I'd like to.
It may not exist. They may not sell it because it's so expensive.
Yeah.
Who knows?
It's kind of like that crab from Alaska that's like.
You can only go to Alaska.
The Alaskan spider crab, because only Asia will buy it because it's something like $45 a pound.
Oh, yeah.
But it's delicious, and we can't get it. What torture. But we got this, though.
I know this is sacrilege, but I almost don't want to drink another beer after this. We should have drank this last. I had no idea.
No, we went from lighter to darker.
Oh my gosh, but this is not... Okay,
I'm
getting ahead of myself. Okay, pour this.
You can take your time. Take your time. Enjoy it.
I know.
Great things should not be rushed.
But
this feels really good. Well, don't rush it. Enjoy it.
I'm already drunk.
You are not. You're fine.
I can feel it. Oh, nobody watching this. Nobody watching this is going to know this. We usually film on a Friday night. Tomorrow, Saturday, we're going up to Corvallis to go to Block 15. And we did drink that Block 15 beer. We didn't drink the red. We drank that at...
the Belgian.
The Belgian. Oh, my gosh. Oh, and the other Block 15 that we drank on here was that Framboise, which I need to buy more because now I want Ken and Venus to cook with it.
Oh, is that the beer you're choosing?
Well,
Sweet.
I would love to choose the beer, but I don't have it.
They should have it when we go there tomorrow.
I'm certain. I hope so. But Venus has one bottle of it because she bought the bottle at the same time I did. The problem is she hasn't tasted it.
Oh.
So it would be really nice if we could buy a couple of bottles of that Framboise because then Ken and Venus can taste it so that they know what to cook. But I want that to be the dessert beer.
Okay, so we can't just give you half the story. What she's talking about, and maybe the ABV is hitting her, is that coming soon to a theater near you, we're going to do another episode, but this is going to be a special episode in, oh shit, not even July. It's going to be August. That's
So,
really
yeah.
teasing you.
I know.
So yeah,
But
so
it's okay.
August. Well, we had to bring all the minds together, and you can tell we talk about food a lot, but because my brother and Venus have masterminded, and like, you know, they're on the same, you know, genius wavelength when it comes to cooking. We said, like, how about we do an episode where
Oh shit!
we
I dropped a blueberry. Excuse me. I'm going to go retrieve it.
we do an episode where we'll pair the beer with food, but the difference is each member will pick a beer. So the four of us, including them, will pick a beer. We'll let them know what the beer is, and they'll modify a small bite pairing that we will film. So we'll be doing the filming with the beer. So what you'll be getting, it'll do this like, hey, instead of 3 beers, it'll be 4 beers, and saying like they've paired it with this. So you'll get us drinking the beer, telling you about the beer, and telling you about the pairing, and hopefully
we might break it into 2 parts because the making of and then the.
Hopefully they won't be too busy that like we'll get them on camera, but like
Yeah,
because,
we'll figure it out.
Because we want them to showcase why they chose the pairing. For the most part, a lot of times they'll be either cooking with the beer or just saying like, no, we picked this dish because we know it matches up or pairs with this beer. So we're really excited. We nailed it down. It's going to be like the middle of August, but we'll film it then and release it. Lisa will probably too excited. It won't be like, oh, you won't get it for another 2 weeks. She'll probably still like, oh, you know, we did August 16th. It'll be out there by August 20th. Because it's going to be
August 17th, because no editing, no fact checking, no nothing. But anyway, but like I said, we'll probably break it into 2 or 3 parts depending on how much film footage we get that's fun, and we think you guys might enjoy watching. Okay, what?
So this is going to be our final beer. So this is Rogue Dead Guy Ale, but this is special because it's the Dead in Dead.
Dead in Dead.
And so what that means is Dead Guy Ale aged on oak Dead Guy whiskey barrel chips. So we're talking full on Dead Guy on Dead Guy. Read into that what you will.
I wasn't going to say anything.
So this is 9.5% ABV, so 40 IBU. No, you don't have to drive anywhere. You live here.
That's true. I live here. Sorry.
And what we have here is Dead in Dead. Complements the flavor profile of our classic Dead Guy Ale with oak, vanilla, and fruit notes from the oak Dead Guy whiskey barrel chips. So what we're looking at here is a coconut shrimp ribeye chocolate souffle. Pairing. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Wait, pairing. That's what's pairing. I'm just excited about reading. Right? The reading does that. Because I'm like, wait a minute. You have like a coconut shrimp beer? Yeah. So they recommend pairing this with coconut shrimp, ribeye, or chocolate souffle. Well, I love ribeye. It's the best cut of steak.
And a chocolate souffle. If you bring me one, I will eat it. And I love shrimp.
You love shrimp? You can eat shrimp?
Oh, I'm a huge shrimp
Coconut shrimp. All right. So let's do this.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. Here's that. Did I show it?
But... Oh my God, you're terrible.
I am.
He's bad.
I don't know things and stuff.
Okay, so the thing we have to tell you is that the Rogue is out on the coast of Oregon.
On Newport.
In Newport, and our friends live there, and other friends, us and others, visit. So we, every once in a while, Rogue has what they call a garage sale. And we buy all kinds of fun, cool stuff from Rogue. And this is one of them.
I've seen pictures of you visiting. I haven't been there. Just saying.
That would be my sister visiting, and I haven't visited either. So, anyway.
Looking at you people who have invited me.
Just saying. My gosh.
I see pictures of the white people there, but I don't know.
You're a racist.
You
are the racist.
Just because Brent and Jenny are like, oh my God. All our pictures are white people. You could invite me. It's a short drive, like 1 hour away. Actually, 2 hours away. Isn't that good?
Whoa. Oh, wow. Now, to be perfectly honest, their Dead Guy, it's okay.
It's their flagship. So you can go back east. Like people in like New York have had Rogue Dead Guy Ale. It's that popular throughout the country. But this, you know,
this is a couple of steps above.
Whiskey barrel. Yeah. So this isn't like, oh yeah, I've had an ale. It's just a standard ale. Woo!
Okay. My phone,
thank you, Karen.
I'm touching my phone right now. Sorry, everybody. Okay, there we go. Yeah, Karen, friend of the pod.
Thanks, Karen. One of the good Karens with a C.
Oh my gosh. You're going to get so much hate now. Wow. I'm not going to finish this before we sign off because
I'm sure it goes with s'mores.
After that Dogfish Head 120, this is just so... It's almost a barley wine.
I hope they keep putting this out.
Yeah. This is definitely a...
Did you hear what I just said?
No, yeah, I wasn't paying attention.
Oak Dead Guy whiskey barrel chip. So they must have their own barrels.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've never had Rogue whiskey.
What we'll have to do is have
good.
Somebody who works at Rogue be a guest and explain to us what the...
Yeah, come on, Rogue.
Oh.
Of course, we could just go out to Newport. Newport is awesome. Could. If you've never been to Newport, you should go.
We could. We should probably go out.
The whole Oregon coast is nice, but Newport is my go-to. It's good.
Yeah, and we do have an opportunity to film at a different location. We're trying to figure out how we can do that to make this sound good. Oh, you know what I really need to do? We have a professional microphone.
Why aren't we using it?
Because Brent hasn't figured out how to hook it up to my phone yet.
Jesus, Brent, you had one job. I'm just kidding. That's the beer talking. Brent, you're wonderful. Everything looks great. I even complimented how he mowed today. The blueberries look fantastic.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. You know,
he's the angry drunk.
He's an angry drunk.
What the fuck, Brent?
Hi, Mouse.
No.
You want some more blueberries? Yeah.
No, but Newport is wonderful.
Newport's fun.
Especially you get those people that will invite you into their house.
Yeah, if we can figure out, and if they have a location where the ambient noise isn't too bad and we can film.
Right.
That would be fun to do some...
Because we hobnob with the brewers and we'll travel, we'll come to you, but the thing is...
He makes it sound like we're elite people.
We rub shoulders with the brewers, if you know what I mean. But the thing is, it's always noisy because there's people there because that's where the good bear.
Good bear?
That's where the good bear is!
Oh my God, you're not tipsy at all because you haven't had 15.5% beer and now 9.4% beer.
I'm sober enough to say things that I speak about.
Just FYI, the guest bedroom has been cleaned and the sheets are new. So if you need to spend the night, you're down good, dude.
I'm not drunk. You're drunk.
We don't let people drive drunk. Oh, we didn't say anything about my swag.
Oh, tell us about your swag.
This is a Hot Valley hat, which we love Hot Valley. Hot Valley is our local I know we're so blessed with so many local breweries here in Oregon, but Eugene, Hot Valley, yay! And this is their logo, and it's black and yellow, which I really, really like. So. And it's not a trucker hat. I don't like those flat brim trucker hats. They don't look good on me.
No, it's a well-formed.
This one's
That's
nice.
A good-looking hat, yeah. Lisa.
So, and then this is my... Oh, God.
What is that?
Abominable Snowflakes. Okay.
Is it a cereal?
Okay.
Or is it a beer?
It's a cereal, but it's not a real cereal. Free Missing Mountaineer
inside. It's a fantasy cereal?
It's the Abominable Snowman. Honey,
you're telling me there's not a beer called that?
No. Honey, what show were we watching with the girl that wore the crazy t-shirts and the devil dude?
I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know.
He had wings.
Code for it's porn.
Oh my gosh.
It's porn.
Oh my, no. Anyway, okay, I'll figure it out. But there was a great show that we watched where the devil came to Earth and Lucifer. Great show. Okay, so anyway, the woman who was their
succubus,
medical, like the examiner, she did all the scientific stuff, examining the body and all the evidence. She wore these insane t-shirts, and the show was popular enough that they started printing the T-shirts she was wearing so people could buy them.
She's an influencer.
And this was one of her T-shirts that I just love because look at that little abominable snowman. He's so
Did she
cute.
wear it in the show?
She wore it in the show.
Do you remember that show, Brent?
Yeah, it's Lucifer. He just said Lucifer. Okay, you can't drive. I'm so sorry. You can't drive. Brent just yelled out Lucifer not 2 minutes ago. Oh,
no, I don't want to know who he worships. I want to know if the T-shirt
show,
was on the actual show.
The T-shirt was on the show, and I asked my husband if he could find it, and he found it. And it turns out that the woman who was playing this character who wore these crazy T-shirts, you could buy a lot of those T-shirts.
Your stock is going up. Your stock is rising, Brent.
So, of course it always is. Anyway, so hot belly hat,
abdominal snowflakes,
crazy ass T-shirt from Lucifer. So there you go.
The show,
Lucifer, the show.
You have to specify. Some people take this seriously.
Oh, that I might know the devil?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
That's why your blueberries are early. That's why they taste so good. You made a deal, Lisa. You made a deal with the devil. That's why these blueberries are so good.
I can't play the fiddle very well, so.
That's right. But they are good blueberries.
They are very good blueberries. No, the blueberries are hard fucking ass work. I did not make a deal with the devil for that, because if I did, I wouldn't work so hard.
That's right. She's out there toiling.
I am. Today we pulled weeds for 4 hours.
That's a lot of weed pulling.
It is. So much. When you don't use chemicals and you try to live by organic principles, the only way to get rid of invasives, such as blackberry and thistle and holly and too many things. No.
Okay.
I still have this much left. Yeah, you do a lot of, you pull a lot of weeds. Oh, tansy ragwort. Oh, it's so much. Oh, and then today,
tansy
or 2 days ago,
ragwort?
I found out that 2 other plants on my property.
Is that a brand of weed?
It's a weed, but if you smoke it, you'll die.
So don't be smoking your tansy ragwort. All of you who are smoking your weed.
Tansy ragwort.
Oh my god!
I don't know if it would kill you.
It's killing me. You're just making this
but it
stuff
definitely
up.
It kills sheep and cattle.
What?
Yeah, tansy ragwort will kill sheep.
We don't want to kill sheep and cattle because they taste delicious. We want to make sure that they die by natural causes.
Terrible sense.
Well, we don't want to murder them.
Oh my gosh.
We want them slaughtered for meat.
Okay, next time I'm going to look at the ABV of these beers before. I had no idea that Dogfish Head was 15.5.
It's rare.
It's
so rare.
It's so fantastic, but oh my gosh.
So when you get it,
we are not drinking 4 beers on this episode because
we usually do 3
until
you bust out like, hey, let's go try something else.
Every once in a while we do 4.
If you go back and look at the episode, Rick's like, there's more? I felt like telling him, like, dude, you mentioned the beer that you never tried, and she's got it. He's like, what's that red one that sounds so good? I'm like, oh, you just did.
It's the house beer.
That's like giving somebody the triple dog dare. I bet you can't produce a pepper mill from 1958. Lisa's like, I got it. Turns out I got it. Lowry's got it. I got that pepper. Yeah, but not from 1958. Oh, yeah.
So the one beer that my dad did drink, callback, when we lived in California, I had a connection at a wine and beer store, and it was for a Flemish Red Ale that had to be imported. It wasn't made here in America at all. And
because there's some place where the Flemish are not welcome.
I have 2 more barware. I have 2 glasses that the guy who would import it for me or who would find it for me got. But it's not the name of the beer. It's the name of the brewery.
Well, do you know the name of this brewery?
Well, I'd have to go look at the glasses.
But it's Flemish.
It's Flemish Red Ale. And That was the house beer in California. And I always had that in the fridge.
Do you remember the name of the beer?
No.
Wouldn't it be great if you did?
It would be great if I did. And I drank it for 5 years, and you would think that I did. But no, I can't remember. And the problem is now it can no longer, they stopped importing it. I can't find it anywhere. I have tried every single Flemish Red Ale that I've come across. Hey, you want to come say
Don't
hi?
try and sneak in here, Merlyn. Get in here.
We're at 55 minutes or almost.
Yeah, we got Merlyn time. Ready for some Merlyn time? Here's Merlyn.
Hi, everyone.
First guest back from oh my gosh, take a sip of this beer and
this beer?
Yep, take a sip of it and then tell me what you think, or tell the world what you think.
Get in here, Merlyn. We have to see you.
Oh, sorry.
Dipping your nose in the beer. He
did all the right things.
He's smelling it. He's twirling it around.
He tasted it.
Because we're not going to.
I taste the hops, so it tastes. Oh man, I brushed my teeth before this.
So it tastes like toothpaste, and you drink a beer. Okay, here's a hint. Rogue. Okay, which you've had Rogue Dead Guy Ale, which everybody has.
Yes.
However, this is their Dead Guy Ale aged on whiskey barrel chips.
Whiskey barrel chips.
So it has.
Just tell us what you think of it.
I taste that woody taste,
and kind of
it's not woody, but
no,
it's the taste I associate with being in a barrel. And I saw the ale song on the table and thought it was an ale song beer.
No, we drank the Willambic first.
So what kind of ABV do you think, Merlyn?
ABV?
So how about alcohol percentage?
It's hoppy, so I'm going to go with like 8%.
Not bad.
9.5.
9.5.
Oh, yes.
Merlyn, everybody.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for making a surprise appearance.
Yep.
Is anybody down at the fire pit?
I don't know. I'll check.
Okay. And then if not, we're almost done. So if you want to go down and get started.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So.
There will be s'mores.
Because every once in a while they just show up and they just sit there. But our friends, our neighbors just show up and. So. Okay.
I hope the neighbors show up. I can't remember their names. But
Peggy, Ann, and her husband Jim. And then Cindy's in Europe on a 3-week riverboat cruise.
Which doesn't everybody do that?
I know, so lucky. But if Peggy Ann's not out there, well,
I got to tell the story. So anyway, this is the first time I've met her neighbors. She's met her neighbors, and so we're down there. And have you ever had somebody? It's usually like a spouse trying to explain to their spouse, like, "Oh, honey, this is so great," and their spouse is just doing the eye roll, like, "Yeah, that's fantastic." At one of those moments, it was so funny because we're down there getting the fire started for s'mores, and this old guy's like, "Honey, you've got to come see this." It's like he discovered the Holy Grail. He's like, so he has a chair, which obviously you can tell because I'm sitting in his chair. He goes, that has a little clip that has a holder for his cigar. And this lady's looking at her like, "Yeah, dear." Well, no. He's got it right there. It's holding the cigar, and he usually puts it on his golf cart. So when he's golfing, he has a clip that holds the cigar while he's golfing. And she's like, "That's wonderful, dear." But he has it right here on his chair with the cigar. And I'm just like, I'm watching this. I'm like, oh my God, she doesn't care at all. She does not care about this. And he's like, this guy just invented the cure for cancer. It turns out that he has like 100 doses, and he's just walking up, and it's right here. Aren't you excited about this? Because I'm excited. I'm trying to share my excitement.
Drunk.
Right. I'm not drunk. I'm just saying that it was funny. It was a funny moment.
Drunk.
Yeah, I'm just like, because I'm watching him with childlike, because this guy's old. He's old. He's got like white hair. He's like Rick white hair old. And anyway, and he's trying to explain this to his spouse, who's probably been married to him for like 30 plus years. She's
over his excitement.
Right. And she's just like, "That's wonderful.
Buy it, please.
Thanks for sharing that with me." And it was like the most exciting part of his week, you could tell. And I was just happy to be a part of it and witness it. Because it's just a cigar clip that anybody can buy for like $10 at a Fiddler's or any golf shop that carries accoutrement, which you can't say if you're drunk, for smoking a cigar.
I'm going to make you walk in a straight line, tilt your head back, and put your finger on your nose, and then recite the alphabet backwards.
I will pass all of those tests because in Newport, I have been pulled over for DWB. And I had to do the sobriety test. For those of you who don't know, it means driving while black. In case you didn't know. Yes. And I was driving.
I know.
Oh, you know how many times have people pulled you over for being black?
So sorry. 0. Right. Oh, but can I tell you?
I still love Newport. Newport's awesome.
Yes.
It'd be nice if somebody who lived in Newport invited me into their house for the wonderful vacation.
Oh my gosh. Brent, I'm apologizing to you.
Allergies.
I'm apologizing to you right now.
That's all right. Invite all the other beer babes. I love the white ones.
Oh, God.
But anyway, I love Newport. I love going there. It'd be wonderful to go over there and like stay the night. But I guess I'll have to get an Airbnb.
Seriously. Leave me. Okay. Because he is fine, not drunk, tipsy, we're going to call it a day because we have to go eat s'mores.
It's s'more time.
And I will finish the rest of this Dead and Dead beer because it is very good. But oh my gosh. Okay.
It's good.
It's interesting. The Dogfish Head, while it's 15.5, was
smooth.
Very smooth. This
tastes like
barley wine.
It's coming down to barley wine. Like you taste other people like, ooh, that might be a bit boozy.
So this is very much a sipper. So I'm going to go to the fire pit and have somebody roast me a marshmallow, and I will sip this. This is going to be a very good s'more.
Thank you, Karen, with the C.
Very good s'more beer. So
we're sorry you didn't have the IPA, but we drank it in your honor for you. You should have had it. It was really awesome.
We can tell you how it tasted. Very good. And we will be looking for more of it. And next time there are 5 bottles of it, buy them all. Be that person.
Do you really want me to be that person?
I absolutely do. Look at me. Every time I find old Alesong, I buy it all because apparently nobody else is appreciating it. So those of us that do appreciate it should buy it. Anyway, happy solstice.
Yay to the summer.
June. We hope everybody is doing well and that you're leading a wonderful life. Be kind to everybody. I'm Lisa.
I'm Keith.
We're friends drinking beer.
Wear sunblock.
Bye.